Alright, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution. Ooh, that's a fun one. I guess we'll take that. Um, so the T-Rex for mission 7 that we need is incubating, as you can see over here. I've made quite a few changes, most of it just kind of minor stuff. And some of the dinosaurs died off from old age, and I've replaced several of them. So let's just, while the T-Rex is incubating, we'll go over some of the small changes I made. I put in a lot more sand, and I put in a lot of these really neat-looking redwood trees, as well as just some general that's not the right word. Oh, terraforming and smoothing things out and all that. Let's see, I've replenished our Dilophosauruses. We had most of the original ones die off. And as you can see here, we now have a Pachycephalosaurus exhibit. And we've got some neat, I put some of these little place markers for Brachiosaurus and Parasaurolophus, because you can see the Brachiosaurus as soon as you go through the gate, which is really neat. And over here we've got a group of 4 Pachycephalosaurus. They seem to be pretty happy, but there's nothing particularly new with them, so I just figured that would be alright to put them in. One of our Brachiosauruses was roaming all the way over here, so I tranked it and moved it over here with the other group. And we've got some green Parasaurolophus. This is the Jurassic Park 3 version, because a lot of the original ones died from old age. And these look pretty nice. And the T-Rex exhibit is built, and we're basically just waiting to put in the T-Rex. So that's what this is over here. So we've got the little sign with the lights for it, which I think will be really neat. It's got a pretty large enclosure. Let's see, I can probably smooth this out a bit to make it look a little nicer. That makes it a little less abrupt, I guess. And so anyway, this is where the T-Rex will be. And then we got our Raptor and Compy area. No changes here. I think I put in maybe one more Stegosaurus. I want to say it's this one, because it's a bit of a lighter color. So I'm pretty sure this is the new Stego. I had a Jeep get damaged during a feeding run by the Stegosaurus. That's kind of ironic that that would be the first one to cause a problem. And I got some more of these redwood trees in here. These look fantastic. I've seen some pictures of what people have done online with these, and they look great. We have 3 Herrerasaurus now. I'm pretty sure we just had 2 earlier. I'm not 100% sure. And we've got our Jurassic Park 3 Ankylosauruses over here, which look really, really good. It's probably one of my favorite they've retextured and done the redesign for. Another dead dinosaur, sadly. That's one of our first Triceratopses. And that's pretty much the whole tour so far, anyway. What did I do anything else? I'm pretty sure, yeah, we had capacity problems, so we have another hotel over here, as well as another storm defense station. Yeah, this is all maxed out. So T-Rex hasn't popped up as being done yet. We're still at only okay capacity. which is a bit of a bummer. I kind of figured that 3 hotels would be enough for now, but I'll have to think of another place to put one. Okay, so let's get our Dilophosaurus, and I did do the original 1993 T-Rex, so I'm almost positive that things are going to go wrong really quickly, because this is the final mission, so I'm sure something has to go crazily wrong. There is a higher quality fence that I can research, but it requires a lot of reputation with one of them, and I didn't really want to grind those out. So let's see what happens.
Problem. The Raptors. Their pens are open, and the emergency bunkers have been disabled.
You suspect more sabotage?
I have 0 doubts, John.
And where in the hell is Cabot?
You think he's involved in this, John?
Most certainly not. Do you?
Let's not rule anything or anyone out.
Perhaps that is wise.
This time we have to stop the bleeding first, or at least keep it to a minimum.
Yes. Go. Whatever it takes.
We've seen the reports, Ian.
So no sugarcoating. Just how bad is it?
Wild raptors, alpha predators running free in the park, probably hunting.
Definitely hunting.
And our guests are their most obvious prey.
We can try and trank them.
Agreed. And let's tell John to close the park down before the panic sets in.
It's too late for that, Dr. Sattler. Closing would only make things worse.
Funneling people together and creating bigger targets. Besides, closing the park, Hammond would never go for it.
Where have I seen and lived this story before? Oh, that's right. I believe it was on this very spot.
Then we'll tranquilize them. It'll work. It has to.
Oh my god, that Jeep is getting destroyed.
Guarding the dinosaurs didn't work.
I'm all ears.
These raptors have been modified. Genetically, I mean.
So, what, you're saying that they're mutants?
They're unique expressions of a specific strain of raptor DNA.
So, mutants.
Whoever's behind the hacks and sabotage did something to make the dinosaurs immune to sedation.
Someone is attacking Jurassic Park from within.
And using its inhabitants to do it.
Then that is how we'll save it.
What do you have in mind, Ellie?
The T-Rex. We turn her loose.
No. No, let's not do that.
Chaos, Ian. Isn't that what you wanted?
Malcolm, it's saved us before. She'll want to establish dominance immediately, which means she's going to go after the raptors.
Not like this.
Didn't John Hammond tell you whatever it takes? Well, this is what it takes. A T-Rex.
I hate this place.
Are you kidding me? That's the plan.
Before, taking care of the dinosaurs meant making sure we were properly preserving their petrified bones. They were specimens, echoes of the past. Now, we're rating their well-being. I mean, it's a little crazy.
Okay, that. Oh boy. So this is basically the last mission in the Doctor Wu DLC all over again. We have unstoppable dinosaurs, and we have to use other dinosaurs to destroy them. And oh, by the way, I can't even close the park this time. Okay, this was not the right way for me to go. Well, I mean,
the multiverse theory postulates that we've already done this 1,000,000 times in 1,000,000 different realities in 1,000,000 different universes. So, taking on this new contract should feel, familiar by now.
alright, so instead of tranquilizing and moving the T-Rex, I've just destroyed the fence.
That I'd return to his elaborate prehistoric ant farm under one condition: nobody else dies because of something that shouldn't be alive.
Oh, and there's a storm. Well, I can't close the park because of something. At least the T-Rex seems to be actively hunting the raptors. to like wait for it to... I can't believe it won't let me close the park. Alright, well, I mean, we might as well just enjoy watching the T-Rex destroy everything, because can't really do much else. I can try to herd this raptor back into its pen at least. Yeah, does nothing. I mean, we already knew that, I just thought it sort of interesting. I mean, really? Like, do I need to... I get that this is neat and everything, but I'm gonna need to start building fences to make sure the raptors don't go, like, so ridiculously far away. And plus, like, every time the T-Rex gets here, the Raptor's just like, no. Something tells me this isn't what's supposed to be happening. Is it because this raptor is not marked as a threat to guests? Meanwhile, we got this one just doing whatever it wants. Is there like an emergency button or anything? Nope. Close park. Oh, something just died. And hey, it wasn't one of the raptors, it was just a triceratops dying of old age. Well, at least they're being led back in the vicinity of where I need them to be. Here, I'll just take down all of the stuff between them.
Just as easily failed, but this time, chaos was on your side.
So, I mean, we've got two of the raptors right by the T-Rex. And we've got a Triceratops loose now, too. Somehow we got that no casualties thing done. I'm pretty sure that's inaccurate. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with that thing. This one just die of old age now, too. It did. I'm just gonna let the raptor eat it. Maybe it'll be happier. Nope, he's gonna go into the sauropod paddock. Alright, is something finally going to happen between you two, please? Oh boy. I knew that. I've seen pictures of that animal, but it was still glorious.
Here's a contract that provides
Hey
advancement
Cabot, where have you
opportunities
been
for you
besides
and the park.
screwing us?
And I guess the dinosaurs as well. A win-win-win. Only a loser would refuse.
Okay, so we got our other raptor over here. This would be a lot easier if this island wasn't gigantic. I might have to tranquilize and move the other T-Rex once it takes down this raptor. I'll get a jeep headed this way.
Adding task.
There's no fossils for you to crash into this time. So you just get thrown even farther. Alright, we're literally going to be setting this T-Rex down in the middle of the park. Yes, please. In the meantime, we might as well try our best to get everything back to normal, since that's the last thing we'll need to do.
Collect the asset.
Let's just drive this thing ourselves, since it's clearly not capable of doing anything. Did you see how unfortunately fitting it is that the Jeep that got destroyed was the one that I named Robert Muldoon? Very sadly. Our safety rating is low. How could that be?
Asset in transit.
Oh yeah, the T-Rexes. What's cool about this is, unintentionally this reminds me of the novel, because the T-Rex basically just gets free reign among the entire park in the book. I mean, just like how it does in the movie. But in the book, it hunts down a lot of other dinosaurs. Alright, there you are. It's like making a straight... I wonder if it knows where the raptors are. It knows where to go to find them and kill them. Yeah, you can't escape Rexy. She'll find you. I hope you all don't mind, but the opportunity for capture mode screenshots here is just way too high. Because we're basically hopeless. We just tranquilized him. Never mind. What am I thinking? Yes, stand by for helicopter arrival. There you are.
Acknowledging asset.
I should have just let you do your thing. I'm sorry. Alright, let's get rid of the rest of the dead animals.
Asset to be collected.
It looks like the compies are safe to live with Triceratops.
En route to pick up the asset.
At least it seems that way. We have a rogue compy out here. Yeah, by the time I move the T-Rex, the Raptor's on the other side of the island, so literally no point in that. There's one compy out here.
Assets in the air.
And the rest of the island is secure in quotation marks, at least, so... Yeah, I'm sure that's a lot of fatalities. Oh boy, this is just... nothing, literally nothing we can do. It's not even our own fault. Oh gosh, this is just too good. No. Rexy is literally Godzilla. Just like, she's doing the right thing, but killing ridiculous amounts of people to get there. There you are. You know, this is this is the big one. The Raptor's at low health, that's why it's all looking droopy like that. Come on, buddy. You gotta find them. She went this way. Oh, I think they're entering the animation. Ooh. Almost threw it straight into the bunker. Ensure no dinosaurs can access buildings. Oh yeah. I'll get right on that, you know. I swear if Cabot's the villain and he's been the one instructing us in the future one this whole time, I'm just gonna be like, just burn down all of my Las Cinco Muertes islands. Good job, Rexy. Now we've got to send you back to the bottom of the ocean. Alright, anything else broken that really shouldn't be broken? I'm just gonna delete all these fences, so...
Heading to collect.
Yeah, get rid of you. This is like why do you even have raptors? Like the T-Rex is okay, just don't have raptors.
Asset collection request received.
No, not aviary. Too close to dinosaurs. There's gotta be a compy down here.
Asset has been collected. Transporting asset.
Alright, come on Lex. I really don't want you to go like that. We'll just close the exhibit around you, okay? You're welcome. And we've got, we'll name this guy, like, what are the names of the people that, you can just be some adventurer. We'll name you Marco, or Marco Polo. Pretty sure that it won't kill anything, but it might get hungry at some point, so I don't know. Let's turn your feeders back on. Alright, you're okay now, right? Oh, that was it? So we're gonna find out who sabotaged this, please? Where's Cabot?
So who was behind the sabotage and data theft?
Biosyn. They are my only real competition at the moment. And I needed to stop them before they can do any more harm to InGen. And to Jurassic Park, of course. I knew they wouldn't give up after their first attempt.
So then, Finch's disappearance was all part of the plan.
Am I not allowed to have some surprises of my own, Dr. Malcolm?
Huh. I'm starting to like you, John.
So Biosyn didn't get to you, Cabot?
Of course not. I was working a con from the inside for Mr. Hammond.
John, keeping us out of the loop like before, that's not exactly inspiring confidence.
But why?
Because he didn't trust us. Isn't that right, John?
Our previous difficulties were the result of an inside job. Regrettable, really. Still, I needed to be sure that no one else was involved.
Okay, but why Cabot?
His mother is one of my biggest investors.
I've always loved dinosaurs. My mother invested on my behalf. It was just a lucky break that John was looking for someone with my skill set.
She's worth billions. Quiet money.
Who would ever have known?
Right.
So you don't worry about money?
Worry about? No. Obsess over it? Well, I confess. Consider me guilty.
Which is why I think young Cabot here has become such a valued asset.
Because he adds the greed factor.
Science and art have always needed commerce, Dr. Malcolm. You can't change that reality.
But John, changing reality is precisely what you've done with Jurassic Park. And only time will reveal the extent of the damage.
For the good.
Ellie's right. This has the potential to be a place where people can truly learn from the past.
And repeat its mistakes.
No, you're wrong, Ian. They're not mistakes. These dinosaurs are beautiful animals. They deserve the chance we've given them. They deserve Jurassic Park.
Time always tells, doesn't it?
Isn't that true of everything?
Yep. Everything takes time and money.
We have both. And now the world has a place, this place, to visit these wonderful creatures. Thanks to you, the dinosaurs live. Jurassic Park lives. Or as Dr. Malcolm would put it, we found a way.
Boy, that was a very long exposition, if you want to call it that. So that's the mission. That's the story mode for you. Is this thing still broken? I'm just getting... Yeah, it's still... It says not damaged, but it's still making that alarm noise. Can I just get rid of this? You are not allowed. Okay. Is it, I mean, I can't put any raptors back in it, so... I probably need to move Lex back into the other Triceratops area, because there's no feeders over here. Well, I mean, there's really... I'm sure there's like an achievement for getting 5 stars on this island and unlocking the raptors and everything, but as far as I would think, this is the main, like, you've finished the story, now I've unlocked the ability to play sandbox and challenge mode with all of the stuff, which is pretty neat.
Picking up asset.
For some reason, I mean, I know I destroyed the fence, but the compies are all going over here for whatever reason. Does, looks like the Triceratops isn't even mildly bothered by them.
Some of these animals are aggressive enough without the added stress of hunger. Feed them, or they will feed themselves. And trust me when I say that nobody is going to like it if that happens.
By the way, someone commented that the original cast actually came back to voice their characters, and that seems to be true, so I was very, very wrong in thinking that they had only gotten Jeff Goldblum back. But, is there anything, like, super... I think we got access to the Velociraptors and drivable park tour. Oh, it just automatically unlocks it for me, okay. Well, one thing I would like to do as a, like, it'll take a little bit to get the genome, is I really want to have the Velociraptors from, like, all the different eras in one enclosure. I think that'd be really fun.
Asset requiring collection.
I have no idea what I'm gonna do with these compies. I need to slowly herd them back to where they need to be, I guess. Alright, I know that looks ugly, but hopefully that stops them from going out here. And hopefully I can check back on them in a little bit and they will have turned around. So, I guess let's build a Velociraptor pen, one that's like an actual pen and not the thing where they're all hidden inside. Feel like the farther away the better for them. I have no idea who Cabot's mother would be, who's like a billionaire investor. Oh wow, the plan actually worked. They're heading back. Oh my god, you guys better not be heading this way now, really? Freaking compies have like the most space of any of the dinosaurs right now. I feel like this corner over here is a reasonable spot for the raptors, maybe. Visibility won't be super great, but I mainly just want to see the different cosmetics that they have. Let's see, I'll manipulate the water a bit so that they are at least mildly... No, I like how it is, how it flows from one exhibit to the other, so I won't get rid of that. What we can do is we can put the dispensers up here. And let's get one more round of dig sites going. Let's see, which ones do we have available? Alright, we've seen the originals, so let's start with the Lost World. I'm pretty sure this is the tiger stripe one. And this is the Lost World female raptors, so I don't even know what that is. Maybe it's like a tiger stripe, but not as vivid looking. Alright, nothing too crazy. I mainly just want to see what these new ones look like. Okay, the compies are finally all congregated by the feeder. I don't even know if I plan on coming back onto this island. I'm sure I probably will, because I will eventually like to 5-star it, because I'm sure there's some achievement or something for getting 5 stars. This thing is still, like... blaring its alarm and it won't let me destroy it. Alright, let's close off this last little area too, because they really don't need that much space. I do like how it seemed like the T-Rex knew exactly where the raptors were. I'm not sure how they programmed that, but it like went straight for them. We're naming you Gojira, by the way, because you did what needed to be done, but you killed all of my guests in the meantime. Definitely, I never thought that the T-Rex that came with the game originally looked bad by any means at all, but that one definitely looks even better. Alright, we got some empty feeders. Our raptors are done.
En route to top-up feeder.
Alright, so these should be the 2 Lost World raptors.
We are pleased to welcome a velociraptor to the park.
Oh no, not Ceratosaurus. Alright, and then these should be the Tomahawk male raptors from Jurassic Park 3 and the female silver one from Jurassic Park 3.
Delivery has been completed.
This is the male. I'm curious, let me know which one is your favorite. I think for me, it's a tie between this one here, the tiger stripe raptor. Actually, this one's more vivid. The female one's more vivid looking. So, wait a second. Oh wow, this is the female one. I was wrong. So it's a tie between this one and the tomahawk ones with the feathers on their little thing on their head from Jurassic Park 3 are my favorites. Dinosaur threat. Oh, the Stegos took out my Jeep again. That's funny, because I haven't had any problems with the Jeeps except for Stegosaurus. Are you chasing it down? Is that what you're doing? I haven't really gotten to observe much of the dinosaur interactions with the Jeeps yet, so I mean, it looked like it was chasing it away. This one just looks fantastic. Those are still going. Are you getting repaired? Okay, cool. Let's see, can they even see the T-Rex from here? Probably not, huh? Unless it's like literally right on the ridge. You're sleeping again. It was sleeping the last time we clicked on you. I'm kind of curious. I haven't really spent much time watching the pteranodons, but I mean, you have to click on the camera to actually go in the cage, and then you can zoom in on them, but you can't rotate them. It just I'm sure they'll add a feature later where you can like skip from one to the other. Because every time I click on one, it always takes me to one that's not doing anything. But like, I'd be curious to know, like, is there a feeder in here? I know you don't have to refill anything. You literally, the only thing that I need to take care of is replace them when they die and make sure they don't break out from like damage, but I don't see a feeder or anything in here. They looks like they just kind of do a lap around the cage and then land and scratch their feathers. Not their feathers, their wings. Uh-oh, the stego is sick with tapeworms.
Task received.
Okay, our last two raptors are ready, so let's check them out.
Asset collection request received.
We are pleased to welcome a velociraptor.
I'm not used to it snapping back to the destination like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are...
One thing that I'm excited for in challenge mode is that it looks like doing the contracts don't... I don't think there's a risk of sabotage. It's kind of ironic that John Hammond's final unlock is high cable security fencing. But I'm pretty sure they don't sabotage you. It's just kind of there for unlocks. Oh my god. This one's probably my favorite, which is saying a lot because the Tiger Stripe one is like really cool looking, but it looks like our driver managed to not get destroyed by stegos this time. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the story mode, aside from getting the park to 5 stars. But, well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed the story mode. I'm curious to know what your favorite new addition is. Let's just for fun, let's kind of let's rank our favorite retextures, or the ones that look the best. So number 1 has to be the Raptors, because I genuinely did not really like any of the Raptor skins that came with the game until they released the Raptor Squad, which was like a couple days before this came out. So I think the Raptors have to be number 1. Number 2 is probably Triceratops and Stegosaurus, like a tie between them. Because this Triceratops just looks a lot better textured than the default one. I like how they gave it, its beak looks a little more gnarly looking. And then the Stegosaurus, I just like the way this one looks a lot more. It's a little less straightforward aside from it, just the skin looks a lot better. I think that the improvements to the T-Rex are really, really good too. But I'd also say that the T-Rex was really good when it came out. It didn't need to be improved upon, but they did it anyway. And I know that there's other T-Rex skins, including the Buck Rex from the second and third movies. What else? I know there's it's gonna take a while, but we're already made it this far, and I probably should have done this initially. I know there's a Jurassic Park 3 Brachiosaurus in here somewhere. Okay, there's multiple patterns for it. Let's just go with the first one. It's probably gonna take forever. So we might as well make it worth it and check out the T-Rex skins too. 1997 pattern. And 2001 patterns. Okay, let's try this one. I like how it makes some of the classic roars when you click on them. It's a nice little feature. Ankylosaurus looks really good too, but once again I thought that the one that came with the game looked fine. It was kind of boring, but like it didn't look bad by any means, so I actually like this one. Might be one of my personal favorites, but I wouldn't say it didn't need a brush up as much as like the Raptors and the Triceratops may have. And I'm pretty sure there's no changes to Spinosaurus, even though you can still have it in here. One thing I haven't checked out that I'd be curious to see is if they modified its roar at all to make it more true to Jurassic Park 3, or if they left it the way it is. But we'll figure that out another time, I suppose. Let's see, how was my rating here? I need another hotel, which is like... Let's see, we have a while for incubation to be done, so I might as well see if I can fit another one over here. Probably gonna have to get rid of that tree. Pteranodons make some kind of creepy noises. Oh, am I not going to be able to link these? Like, any way at all? Nope.
Our weather forecasts predict an incoming storm.
Well, I just took down power to half of the island, so might as well do this. Now that we have raptors, we might actually have a problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, in response to the adverse weather, please take cover until the conditions have passed.
As far as I can tell, I think they've done a bit of a better job with helping you figure out how stuff is built, or if it's going to be okay to set it down or not. So I guess that would just be like the preview of the building blueprints. So far, anyway, these storms have been really short. So I have a feeling these guys might butt up against the fence. Comfort of 80. I think that's new. Didn't it used to be 85? So they're not happy, but the storm ended. So the worst case scenario is they might hit their head against the fence once and then they'll stop. Oh no! How old were you? 70? Right, they're all socializing, so I think we're okay. I think this one's heading to the... No, he's just getting more food. So I think we're good. Alright, these are almost done. Where am I gonna put the other T-Rex? I'll probably just put it in here and see what happens for now, I guess. Another Dilophosaurus died. This was the first one, so this one, oh, we got something. Oh, 5 stars. Okay, well, hey, we reached that goal.
Contract is complete.
Look at how much older this one lived than what it was supposed to. Lived as long as the Brachiosaurus. Do I get some sort of dialogue for reaching 5 stars? I guess not. Alright, of course it's nighttime, unfortunately, but oh well. We'll set you down right in here. And Brachiosaurus is almost done. I reached 5 stars, so can I change the time of day again? It doesn't look like it. That's fine.
Asset in transit.
I'm glad I kept going, because now we'll have reached 5 stars and all that stuff, so...
Heading to pick up the asset.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Brachiosaurus.
Alright, let's see what you look like.
Asset transported.
Yeah, you're immediately not happy. Wonder if they're gonna fight. This looks like... I mean, it looks like the foresty pattern, but it's honestly too dark out to be able to tell for sure.
Asset delivery confirmed.
I might have to very quickly make another habitat for this guy so that they don't kill each other. What'll happen is they'll probably try to break out before they actually kill each other.
We are attempting to simulate the dinosaur's environment. I would advise strongly against letting them fight. I have first-hand knowledge of what can happen to anyone who gets in their way.
Jeez, this Gojira is gonna just kill it straight up, it looks like. Well, there doesn't seem to be any new animation, so let's just make sure we don't let this escalate out of control. You never had control. Wow, really? That stopped me like that. Pretty sure Nedry just runs it over.
Supplies replenished. Taking the wheel.
Yeah, we want Gojira to stay alive. We're gonna move the second one. It looks like they're far enough away from each other that their comfort's stabilizing at least. I like this idea. We'll just have a second T-Rex just kind of like roaming wildly in the back area of the park. No one will ever know. We'll just have its feeder and its water right next to each other so it's encouraged to not stray too far away. Well, we'll put like one thing of fencing just to make sure it doesn't just randomly show up at the main gate at some point. Alright, perfect. That way we can actually see you once the turns to daytime. Let's see our new Brachiosaurus, if we can see it at all. Not you, not you. Here you are. Oh, I like this one a lot. This is really cool too because it looks different enough that you could kind of pretend that this is like a Giraffe Titan or something. They really like, look at how much different the face looks. It's a little hard to tell in the lighting.
Complete.
Looks like they would like a little more forest. Not sure how they've been fine with it this whole time. But there you go. Alright, it still is not daytime, so I still can't see this T-Rex as well as I'd like. I'm kind of like, okay, let's go. Let's I'd like to see, like it to turn to daytime, please.
Attending to feeder supply. Confirming task. Responding to resupply request. Acknowledging request for feeder resupply.
Sure, I can handle that one. Alright, it's turning to daytime, so we'll wait around a little longer. Unfortunately, there's no, like, speed up button for this game like there is in Planet Zoo. So I literally... Normally they let you change the time of day, especially after you get to 5 stars, but maybe that'll be a thing we can do later. There we go. Now you can see it a lot better. Just in time for a nap. I wonder if they seem to have increased the amount of naps that they want to take. But this one is definitely, I think this is the female model from The Lost World. It's not, the greens are not nearly as dark. And let's check our Brachiosaurus.
Many of these dinosaurs already instinctively thirst for blood. So at least let's not leave them short on water. We need to keep these animals sufficiently hydrated.
Okay, well, I think that's gonna wrap things up for now. Officially, we got 5 stars, and we've seen not all, but a lot of the new skins. We'll take another look at this since it's actually walking around now. Gojira is sleeping again. But anyway, I hope you all really enjoyed this playthrough. I am most likely... I'm either going to do challenge mode, or I'm going to have some fun making my own sandbox version of Jurassic Park first. I tend to enjoy doing challenge mode more than sandbox, because I like to have the financial challenges put in the game. So that's probably what I'll do next. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.